Hey, what's up, guys? It's Renaldo here. So, last week was a historic week for mankind. We got our first trillionaire, and what makes it even sweeter is that he's South African, Elon Musk. And people around the world celebrated because somebody that genuinely deserves it became a trillionaire. Somebody whose companies have added tremendous value to mankind. I mean, XAI, SpaceX, Neuralink, The Boring Company, and even X, a social media platform. Because remember, for the longest period of time, social media was leftist, and finally Elon Musk brought a platform forward that was just neutral and allowed people of the left and the right to speak their minds. But arguably, many people around the world are very happy for Elon Musk and celebrated the fact that he became a trillionaire. And just to give one example, or maybe two, SpaceX is advancing mankind's movements to become multiplanetary in the sense that we can live on Mars, we can live on the moon, and then, of course, also Neuralink that is assisting people that can't be assisted with normal medicine anymore, where people that could never hear could now hear, people that could never see can now see, people that couldn't speak could now use computers to speak just by an implant in the brain. So there is no doubt that Elon Musk is a brilliant individual that has managed to transform the world as we know it. Well, not according to one individual in South Africa, at least. And that, of course, is the editor in chief of Africa's biggest media house, News24. That's right. News24's Adriaan Basson believes, well, in actual fact, let's have a look at what he believes. But before we do that, please be sure to subscribe. It's absolutely free. It won't cost you anything. And don't forget to smash that like button and to share this video far and wide. All right, let's have a look at what Adriaan Basson had to say on this momentous occasion of a South African becoming the first trillionaire in the history of mankind. Elon Musk, a genius and a miscreant. Okay, yeah, that let's give it maybe the first paragraph, or the South African born trillionaire has shown his native country his dark side. The world must hold him accountable. Okay, the first paragraph, maybe that's better. The world's first trillionaire is a vile drug-using racist and sexist who perpetuates lies about a white genocide in South Africa. Wow. Wow. I mean, I truly don't want to even read further than that. No, I'm not joking. That was literally the first two paragraphs of the editor-in-chief of the biggest media outlet on African soil and his opinion of Elon Musk. Now, drug use, I believe Elon Musk has said that he's used ketamine before, but for depression under the supervision of a doctor, right? Other than that, no drug use that is known. Then let's look at the racist claim. Where? What did he say? And then sexist, and that he's a vile human being. Where's the evidence of all of these claims? Like, this is what I don't understand. You've got somebody that is transforming the way the world works and is trying to save mankind, both by the technology that he is developing, inventing, and implementing. Neuralink as an example, you've got him trying to connect the world through his satellites and provide internet to the world through SpaceX and, of course, Starlink. But yet, according to Adriaan Basson, it's just not good enough because he's a vile human being, a racist, a sexist, and a drug user. Which is quite ironic considering that Adriaan Basson has got an investigative journalist that has admitted to cheating on his wife, by going onto gay porn sites and hooking up with individuals while he's writing stories for News24. But yet, Adriaan Basson keeps that person employed and has got no problem with that guy. But hey, the trillionaire that's got an opinion and has finally given a voice to the center and center right, He is the biggest problem. Ironically, also, the same Adriaan Basson didn't really have anything to say about Bill Gates and his involvement in the Epstein files. Further than that, also the claims that were made by many people that has now come true with regards to Bill Gates. Nothing to say about him, but all the hate for Elon Musk. And I need to put this into perspective for you. The reason that I believe that Adriaan Basson hates Elon Musk so much is because he's not a leftist. Because if Elon Musk was exactly the same person, but was a leftist or a woke leftist, News24 would be waxing lyrically every single day about this trillionaire. But because this individual is a center-right, perhaps right-leaning individual, he is the devil. And Media24, Naspers, and News24 will talk as much cock about him as possible, even trying to say that he's a racist, that he's a sexist, without any evidence. And this is the opinion of the editor-in-chief of Africa's biggest media house. Make it make sense. Talk about being proudly South African. You know, Adriaan Basson has got nicer things to say about Julius Malema than Elon Musk. A guy that is being found guilty and is a convicted criminal in South Africa that on his spare weekends will sing songs about killing people. Now, Adriaan Basson has got nicer things to say about him than Elon Musk, somebody that is actively trying to save the world and as a byproduct has now become the world's wealthiest person. How can you make it make sense for me? Please leave me a comment and let me know how it's possible that somebody that is supposed to be neutral, that is supposed to not choose ideological sides and not align themselves with political parties, is quite clearly demonstrating his bias every single day he writes an opinion piece. I mean, you can dislike Elon Musk. There's no issue with that. He's not everybody's cup of tea. He is clearly an arrogant individual, but then again, what have you done, Adriaan Basson? Because you are also an arrogant individual and you've got a lot to say about Elon Musk, but what have you achieved to allow you to criticize this individual? If he broke the law, then of course, criticize away. But you are making accusations against this individual and you are calling him the worst things, like a vile human being. I'm sorry, the last time I checked, somebody that is literally implanting chips in brains to allow people to communicate and allowing the poorest of the poor internet access so that they can also join the world, that is not the acts of somebody that's evil. Also trying to send mankind to other planets so that if a catastrophe had to hit Earth, that mankind won't be wiped off the face of the earth, literally. According to you, that is a vile person. And yet, more nice things to say about Julius Malema than Elon Musk. I think I've made my point. Shame on you. I mean, really, it's become crystal clear that you and your bias is influencing mainstream media in a very negative way. Your attack on AfriForum, who's arguably the most successful NPO on African soil, potentially even the world, and doing great things, not only for white people, not only for Afrikaners, but for all South Africans. Your outlet only has negative things to say about Kali Kriel, AfriForum, Adams Roots, Adams van Sail, anybody with a podcast that is not center-left or leftist. Why? It's become very clear that Adriaan Basson is now just driving a leftist narrative at News24 as the editor-in-chief. And listen, if that is what Naspers wants, then all good. If that's what Media24 wants, all good. That is why you are losing hundreds of millions of rands every single year. And that is why News24 is not profitable. And I can try and save News24 here by giving them advice, but you know what? I'd rather see News24 burn in a dumpster fire. And you want to know why? The reason why is because News24 has made it very clear that they put profit above reporting accurately on the news. And with their leftist slant and clearly the articles that they produce, they are not really adding to society. In actual fact, they are causing a divide. They are very quick to tell you that, oh, these podcasters are the ones that are spreading disinformation and misinformation. They're trying to cause havoc in South Africa. No. That is you, News24. You are rather focused on getting clickbaity articles out and turning a profit than actually just neutrally reporting on the news. I mean, you've got CNN, you've got ABC, you've got BBC across the world that are congratulating Elon Musk, and here you are calling him a vile human being, a drug user, a racist, and a sexist. What more do I need to say? I'd love to hear your thoughts and why you think that Adriaan Basson is so anti-Elon Musk. I mean, I've got my thoughts and I shared it here, but let me know what your thoughts are. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in. Smash that like button, share this video far and wide. Don't forget to subscribe. It's absolutely free. It won't cost you anything. However, if you'd like to financially contribute to this channel, you can do so by giving a super thanks. Look for the $ below and choose an amount. Or you can become a member to this channel by clicking the join button below. And that'll cost you 46 Rand a month, and that is in support of me and this channel. All right, that's all I got to say. Till later, cheers, and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre.